Yeah, I just don't agree. August 24th, YouTube's got this new policy update for how it calculates view counts. It's gonna actually calculate view counts by the first frame of the video, and you're gonna be able to tell the exact moment you're gonna get a public view, and that's gonna be great. This man right here, Moist Critical, said, "I think this is a stupid idea. It is simply idiotic and dumb." Now, I understand his concerns. I think the new YouTube view counting update is gonna have consequences that everybody can already see coming from a mile away. First frame, you clicked it. Congratulations, somebody just got a view. And I understand why Moist Critical and other people are concerned about this, because that immediately makes the public number less representative of somebody actually watching the video. Someone's gonna click in the video, see my forehead, realize they hate me, and then leave immediately. And I still get that view. That is completely a legitimate criticism. So for monetization, they've always used engagement metrics for monetization when it comes to actually getting money and pay on a platform. Longer videos that have longer view counts more so actively will get you more money. That's why if you see an hour-long video is gonna get you more money than a 2-minute video. That's just, they want more your ad time. They want time you've watched. So they clearly understand that a person touching the video and a person actually watching the video are two separately different things. My issue is that I also think we need to acknowledge the extremely obvious consequence here. Creators are obviously going to get more aggressive about getting that initial click, and I feel as though it's not really a consequence, because creators already do that. You probably clicked on this video because you know Moist Critical and you don't even know who I am. Isn't that fun? This isn't even clickbait, because I do disagree with the guy. YouTube creators are already encouraged to clickbait. I can think of thousands, and I mean thousands of thumbnails where I have been misled, misrepresented, absolutely lied and led afoot, where I'm watching that 30 seconds waiting for something to happen. We have giant arrows. We have red circles around absolutely nothing. We have faces stretched into weird, wild, wacky, stupid, disgusting, vitriolic expressions. We have titles saying this changes everything. We got vague posting titles and about somebody changing the font on a menu screen. It's dumb. It's dumb. We have people putting celebrities and thumbnails who appear in the videos for, I don't know, 2 seconds. And I'm guilty of clickbait, by the way. I'm very guilty of clickbait. That's a real thing. The incentive structure already rewards getting somebody through the door, and now you're making the act of simply crossing the doorway more valuable publicly. That's right. Of course, you're going to push harder. Of course, thumbnails are going to get even more extreme. Of course, titles are going to become even more mysterious. Of course, somebody is going to figure out exactly how far they can bend the truth. That's exactly how YouTube has been for quite some time. I blame Mr. Beast personally. I blame Mr. Beast. You have taken an ecosystem already obsessed with the click and put a little golden crown at the top of the click. I think Moist Critical is being a little disingenuous with the entirety of his argument for the not public number thing. He's being really disingenuous. I'm not gonna lie to you. The public number itself is a part of the thumbnail package, whether you want to admit it or not. Ever since amassing just a large amount of social media clout across a multitude of platforms, whether that be Instagram, whether that be Facebook, whether that be TikTok, or that even be this YouTube channel where I have over 100,000 on everything, people think that I'm famous. I'm not famous. I'm not. I don't think I'm famous. I don't feel famous. I'm not. I still have to pay my bills realistically, and I have to put in a disgusting amount of effort into everything that I do. I'm not famous yet. But people put an insane amount of pedigree into big numbers. We are animals staring at a crowd, wondering what everybody else is looking at. You open YouTube and you see 2 videos about the same exact thing. One has 8,000 views and one has 1.7 million views. Please, I beg of you to stop pretending the number has zero effect on your brain. It does. You might still pick the smaller one, absolutely, but the giant number communicates something before you even press play. It says people are here. Oh, it says this traveled. It says this was important enough for 1 million people, 1 million human beings to touch it, right? Maybe half of them hated it. You want to figure that out. Maybe a bunch of them left immediately. The viewer browsing that homepage does not have that information. They have 1.7 million. They got 1.7 million. That's it. The number has this weight to it. There's this girthy weight to it. Once YouTube makes those public numbers easier to accumulate, I generally think we're going to see the videos benefiting from the appearance of momentum, which can help create actual momentum. Big numbers get attention. Attention creates clicks. Click makes bigger number get more attention. It starts feeding itself over and over again. That's more than likely what's going to happen. Very sadly, this is a fantastic idea for creators to try to expand their audience. I say sadly because I don't necessarily think this makes YouTube any healthier. This does not make YouTube healthier at any capacity. I think it makes YouTube more clickable, more job-like, more very algorithm-based, if I could be so bold to say. And those are 2 different goals in totality. I want to say this from the bottom of my heart. This is my job, right? This is my job. And this is going to make my job significantly easier because people, and this is going to sound really harsh to hear, I need you to be with me here. Be with me. People are a lot like me. They're stupid. They see a big number and think, whoa, that person must be important. If Elon Musk didn't have any money at all, right? If Elon Musk had $0, people would think he was a psychopath. They wouldn't say he was an innovator. They wouldn't say he was creative. I have heard Alex Jones and Elon Musk say the exact same things. People call Alex Jones crazy. People say Elon Musk, he may be racist, homophobic, sexist, and bigoted, but he's the richest man on earth. So maybe you gotta be racist, homophobic, sexist, and bigoted to be the richest man on earth. If your YouTube gets publicly credited with everybody who opened it, everyone, your numbers may rise faster than they did under the old system. YouTube itself has said creators should expect public numbers to better represent exposure, and the company has specifically talked about creators being able to communicate their scale to brands and sponsors, which is a little bit untrue. Brands and sponsors more than likely have access to analytic numbers, and they don't just use public view counts if they're a reputable company, to be quite honest with you, unless they're really just paying you CPM based on the public view count, which would be psychotic, to be quite honest with you, because you don't even get into the ad. You would be able to scam oh my god, this is a great idea. This is great. I would love to scam sponsors. Picture this, right? Oh my god, I would love to, if I could scam like Lego or Lay's chips or Air Up, that'd be awesome. What? That's not a bad thing at all. I hate big companies. This is amazing. I'm so excited. Well, this is great. My channel generated this many public views. This campaign received this much exposure. And technically, under YouTube's own metric, those numbers can be completely legitimate. I'm basically being able to scam a big company, essentially. This is going to give a lot of smaller creators just bigger looking statistics. It gives established creators enormous looking statistics and potentially makes the whole ecosystem appear dramatically more active. Man, oh my god, bigger creators are going to get a crazy boon. The boost to bigger creators is going to be disgusting. I can envision a lot of creators, right, who currently struggle getting brands to even answer their emails, suddenly, having much prettier numbers to put inside the media kit. That'd be awesome. By the way, when you send something to an advertiser or a sponsor, you have a media kit where it shows your public numbers and view counts and things of that variety. So they may change up the platform, but in this short little in this short little period where things are getting changed and revamped, I would use this to your advantage. I would start a YouTube channel. I would start a YouTube channel right now. Now then, do I think advertisers are gonna love this idea? They're gonna hate this. I would hate YouTubers immediately if I was an advertiser or a sponsor. They're gonna be using this to manipulate big numbers all the time. Botting services are gonna be absolutely rampant and wild, and people are gonna be confused, can't even trust the public view count. It is disgusting. I can understand where moistcr1tikal is coming from, where people are going to lose the trust of the public number, because people use that to determine if a video is worth watching, and if somebody is using botted views, they're gonna sit there watching a worthless video. However, I really hate to say this, that's got to be a risk we're willing to take here for the greater economy of the world. I want to be able to scam sponsors now. I just want to be able to get a one over on sponsors. I just thought about this. I really want to do that now. Imagine a sponsor buying 60 seconds of integration, right, for like $1,000, and then they see 300,000 people click frame one. Then they gotta pay me every 1,000 views. They gotta pay me every 1,000 views. Oh my CPM will be crazy. A first frame viewer is never gonna reach that sponsorship section. It's not gonna happen. I think advertisers are going to get more sophisticated eventually, but right now, I feel like I'm just gonna exploit this. This is crazy. This is great. But to be quite honest with you, we already have the analytic number, because YouTube still has the engaged view count versus the public view count. Those are two separate numbers. So advertisers, all they gotta do is ask for the engaged view count. That would just be an easy solution there. You wouldn't even be able to scam them. I'm a little bit upset. I just talked myself out of it. They can just ask for the engaged view, because you can still see the engaged view. It's not really that difficult to do so. It's genuinely not. Pretty sure people's biggest concern is going to be the quality of the video, because that's a nightmare version of this, where everybody is just going to keep making garbage nonsense and AI slop. There's going to be a lot of, you won't believe this, a lot of garbage, and I can see that happening over and over again. That's going to happen, but I fear as though that's already happening on YouTube. If you ever been to the trending page on YouTube, it is all just trash, filth, disgusting, vitriolic garbage. It's really just nonsense on the trending page. I don't like it, right? But I think this is important because we need to get people into the building. I have watched people, And this is a personal, I'm gonna tell you a personal aside. I don't tell my friends or family about my YouTube career at all. I don't tell them what I do. A lot of people just think I'm just out here freelancing and doing a bunch of stuff, and maybe they think my wife pays for everything. I'm not quite sure what people think that I do for the most part. But sometimes my friends find me organically and they say, oh my God, I saw this video that had 100,000 views, because some of my videos have crazy big view counts. My most successful video on this channel has 1 million views, right? And they say, I watched your big videos, but your smaller videos I didn't watch. That sucks. I put a lot of effort into my videos. I put a disgusting amount of effort into all my videos. Every day at 6 o'clock, I release a very highly edited video that I worked on myself, and I worked on a thumbnail, and I made everything myself, and I care about my work, but I don't tell them about it because they're only gonna click on it if it has a big view count. My friends only came to my TikTok after I reached 300,000 followers because they thought that I was famous at that point. I think getting people into the door allows them to see that you're actually making good content. I think getting them into the door is more important, because people just naturally just want to be around big things. Moist Critical right here, he had stated, oh man, you know, shorts viewers, people that make their YouTube from shorts, they're getting 1 million subscribers, and it's all shorts views. They're getting millions of views on shorts. They still have 1 million subscribers. Yeah, but their long form's not doing anything good. That's because they're a shorts creator, and shorts get subscribers faster. It gets people into the door. And I've seen these people do short streams. I don't know if you ever seen a short stream. I stream and does YouTube vertical and YouTube horizontal at the same exact time. I always get about 40 in my horizontal streams and 300 in my vertical streams, and that counts as long form views if they stay long enough. So that's the way to monetize that. There are ways to work around this, and I don't want to work in the game. I think it's stupid. I think they should pay creators a lot more. I think they should actually revamp YouTube in totality, but nobody's gonna boycott this. Nobody's gonna do a big boycott. You know what would make things a lot easier? If we had a YouTube union. If we had a union for YouTube that would help things in totality. I have always talked about having an escrow system for when a YouTuber gets demonetized or gets their monetization taken away. I've talked about having easier ways and access to talk to somebody. I've talked about having a specific person for YouTubers who reach, let's say, 100,000 subscribers. That way they're valuable to the company and they have to maintain a certain amount of views each month. I've spoken about this. I would work at YouTube if it meant I could get something done. I would do that because I care about the creators on this platform a lot. So here's my entire position. I don't think this update is necessarily good for viewers at all because it's going to make it unreliable to trust videos in totality. I don't think this is particularly wonderful for advertisers at all, and I think it would make clickbait worse, muddy, and it would destroy what a view actually means. It makes public metrics less useful for genuinely judging attention and creates incentives around that first click. All these complaints are real, right? I also think creators are probably going to get larger public numbers. Those larger public numbers are going to create more social proof. That social proof can attract more additional viewers. That's a real thing. I hate that Charlie didn't even bring that up. The fact that people like big numbers, that's a real thing. That's real. And those additional viewers can turn artificial looking momentum into very real actual growth. You know, humans love numbers. We love crowds, right? You see a big crowd walking away, you walking somewhere, you're going to follow that crowd. That's exactly what's going to happen. We love seeing something with 5 million views and wondering what everybody else knows that we don't. Maybe that's cool. YouTube knows that. Creators know that. Advertisers definitely know that. So everybody can complain about inflated numbers all day. And that complaint is real. That's a real complaint. I grasp that. I'm here with you. But I also think we're about to watch millions of creators discover that big number make money, brain click. Boom, immediately. Bop, bing, boom. Once that happens, you're never going to get that genie inside that bottle again. It's just not going to happen. Had a friend make a shorts channel a while back, and he has, I think, 800,000 subscribers. His long form videos get 20,000 views, but his shorts get, I think, somewhere around 7 million, right? And he's really good with shorts. He's really good at making shorts. He makes about 1 short a day, and then he tries to sit down and do a long form. But I want you to hear this. On his long form views, where he's sitting down and talking, 14 minutes, he gets 20,000 views. That's really good. Nothing compared to his big 800,000 view count at all. Like 800,000 subscribers, but 20,000? I'd love to get 20,000 views. He built that from shorts. I think that's important. I think getting people through the door is really, 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 really important. I don't think YouTube is for artists though. And if I could just speak plainly here, I don't think YouTube is for artists at all. I just don't think this platform is built for artists. I think it's built for people that want to create content, and it's very sad because I'm an artist. Sadly, I'm an artist, but I also want to get paid for this, so I have to create content, which is a very tough thing for me to do internally every time I make one of these videos. I think that's really hard to describe to somebody when it comes to the end of the day. It's hard to describe the disconnect in your brain when you want to make art, but you are forced to make content. I might make a video about that one of these days, but it's very difficult to do that. It's mesmerizing to see the number go up, but it's also dehumanizing to know that number only went up because you manipulated somebody into clicking your video. It's a conflict of heart. It's a conflict of interest, and I think you have to be a bad person to do this. I think you genuinely have to be a horrible person to do this if you're starting off right now. Also, last complaint about Charlie, nobody would really click on his videos if he didn't have the pedigree he already has. Because of his big number and big stuff, he doesn't particularly care about his thumbnails. It's just people already have the legacy with him. People already care about his legacy. He did the hard part, which was being there early. He was originator. He was posting videos basically every day, and he has the pedigree to say this stuff. He has the pedigree to do this, and I understand that. But for newer creators, we have to have something. We have to do the hard part. This is the hard part. If you consider me a leech or something for chomping on Charlie or something of that variety, you're fine. You're not incorrect. I'm a little bit of a leech, sadly. I'm sorry about that. This is what it takes. This is sadly what it takes. Well, anyways, that's the end of my video. I got a Patreon in the top comment because YouTube doesn't like paying people, and I'm going to get paid probably significantly less in the future unless a bunch of people just come crowding to my channel in totality. I got another question. How is this going to affect the algorithm? I'm not sure how this is going to affect the algorithm at all. Well, anyways, with that being said, thank you guys so much for checking out my video. I've been me. I'm out. Peace. Bye.
I'm your nigga night, be my loyalties low. Ooh, happy to try what you need. Your world, I love to live in it. Ooh, I love the ride when you